Hey everybody, welcome back to round 2. We've got some interesting decks for you. David France here on the left is playing Living End, but he's running the new Electro Dominance Living End. So excited to see how that goes. Yeah, he's using some other free mana spells like Wheel of Fate, and I think maybe even some Ancestral Visions.
Nice.
To use Electro Dominance with. And then I'm not sure what Erik's playing yet. We don't have that up. I've seen him play a bevy of things.
I know he likes to play prison decks a lot. So, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
Hi, Paul.
Yeah, the last time I saw him play, he was playing Ad Nauseum, but I've also seen him play like Grixis Whir. Paul's saying 4-color Whir.
That's what I was thinking. He was going to play some kind of prison. Yeah, force you. Prison. Matthew, you're close. There's no. There isn't a second I.
Yeah, it's P-R-S-I-O-N.
All right, so we're going to have to try and figure out how prison works, as David probably kills all of us. So
perfect.
Well, it's gone. I have a feeling this round's either going to take like the full 50 minutes or
about 10.
Or yeah, we're about 10. I mean,
turn 2 Wheel of Fate, turn 3 Living End.
Paul taking his rightful spot as number 1.
Get him.
The 10 bits to give him 11 to put him in the lead. All right, what do we get? What do we get? This hand seems pretty reasonable. Ooh, a bridge. That's gonna be. I like that card.
Yeah, that seems pretty good against Living End. Wow,
nice.
that's a lot of permanence. Got Affinity.
Is he even gonna play a land? Why would you play a land? Just don't.
Ancient Stirrings.
I mean, he's gonna play a land to Ancient Stirrings.
He's just gonna move his cards around really fast for a while first.
He's gotta think. Think carefully.
Do I want to cast this Ancient Stirrings or this Ancient Stirrings?
2, 3, 4. Chalice of the Void.
If he knew what David was playing, a Chalice on 0 here would be amazing. Hopefully he does not know what David's playing. Since he did not play the Chalice, I would assume not.
Yep. We're going to cycle this. And now Erik knows what he's doing. Because nothing else in the world plays cyclers. I guess...
I have seen...
I'll say, I have seen that specific cycler in other decks.
Yeah, anything that plays Traverse Evenwalds plays it sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if we're going to see Traverse in this blue-red deck, though.
I mean, we did see Abzan, or Teamer Traverse this weekend, didn't we? Phoenix deck playing Traverse. But I agree,
Yeah.
typically you would not.
Yeah, I had to pick up some Mishra's Bauble just in case that version's actually, like, you know, legitimate.
So what would be sweet here?
And there's the Bottled Cloister. Jeez Louise. There's that. Will Erik think about putting that? I mean, David's kind of gonna have to interact with this bridge because he's not gonna be able to win without the bridge in play.
What would be pretty sweet if David had it was
Spell Pierce. Okay.
In response, or in David's draw, in Erik's draw step, David could cast Electro Dominance and then cast Wheel of Fate in his draw step. That would be really sweet.
He's going for it. He doesn't know what he's playing against.
Yeah, Ryan Overturf's Teamer Phoenix deck was the deck I was referring to about the Traverse Phoenix deck. That deck's pretty sweet.
It is a nice one. All right, so I am saying there's a chance.
I'm not.
What, that David can win still?
I mean, unless he has a removal spell for the Chalice.
I mean, he's going to have to start casting things instead of, like, living ending them.
Yeah, that's fair. If he gets up to enough mana, he could also Electro Dominance for lethal.
There we go. I think.
Yeah, Traverse Evenwald is a sweet card. Paul, you should come to the store sometime, because I want you to sign some cards.
Spyglass. Bottled Cloister. What does this card do?
It says I draw a card every turn.
But also exile my cards on the cards in my hand on your turn.
Shows him the Ensnaring Bridge. It's a combo with this.
Yep. He's going to bring up Bottled Cloister so you all can read it real quick.
That's a pretty good remand target.
It's not like a bad one, for
Takes
sure.
his whole turn.
Cycling some dudes. I think I'm keeping those Curators. Aren't those only 4 mana?
They are.
Those are pretty valuable to me.
I mean, maybe he has an answer to this Chalice.
Maybe. I don't think you really play a Braid main deck, though.
I agree. Maybe as
like
Cryptic.
You'd have to have like 2 answers, so yeah, I guess Cryptic would be the better one.
Like end of turn, Cryptic bounce it on top, living end.
Yeah. I haven't seen As Foretold to this point either, though. Like, or Electro Dominance in his hand. I have seen 2 living ends. It looks like though. There's at least 1. Engineers look pretty bad. Another Chalice I think would be pretty good. Putting a Chalice on 2, I guess.
You don't really know what that does for him.
I don't know either. I guess it turns off counter spells and opt, but I don't think he's playing opt. He's playing just cyclers.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Erik did draw a Spyglass the last turn. If Erik realizes he can Spyglass the cycle ability, so
yeah,
you can't actually
depending on
cycle
which
them. Yeah.
Not sure which one you'd name. I mean, I guess you get to look at his hand. So
he's gonna grab Crucible.
I mean, pretty much whatever he plays here, I believe, is gonna get remanded.
Yeah, I think actually Erik should have grabbed that Teleria West and transmute for an Academy Ruins, and then Academy Ruins pick up the bridge and play it next turn.
Quite the slow burn, but
I
still
mean,
good.
I don't think David's gonna win the next 2 turns.
Yeah.
And I think it's just better than Crucible here. Paul, I don't appreciate you asking Kyle to borrow my deck. It's very rude.
Yeah, Paul, I don't think we're going to be needing it.
Yeah, I'll probably forget it.
Alright, so unfortunately we're not going to see the end of turn Cryptic, because that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. Does he have Cryptic?
I have no idea.
I have no idea what's in this deck. I imagine a bunch of Cyclers, As Foretold, Living End, and Electro Dominance, but that's about it.
Yeah, definitely possible there's not room for also having Cryptic Command.
Teleria West. Yeah, he's the one transmuted anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Here's that. Here's an island. We're going to play the Bottle Cloister, hopefully.
How about no?
And then how about try again next turn? Okay.
You're going back to building lands?
I'll say, you want to rebuild lands?
I'm not saying that's a bad idea, but that sounds like an expensive idea.
That sounds like a bold move, Cotton. We'll see if it pays off for him.
Oh, he's got another remand for this Bottle Cloister again the next turn?
Yeah, I guess.
Just 3 time walks in a row?
I mean, it's not like... I mean, this is like fine for Erik, right?
Right.
It's just like playing into his game plan.
It's not like he has a creature on the battlefield that he's doing this with. Like if he had, I don't know, like a Delver of Secrets or
It's just...
like any board presence, this would be so much better.
There's a whir. And imagine...
It's going to get remanded.
I mean, yeah, we're probably just going to end a turn whir for a bridge. And that should just be about game. Sure, it's going to get remanded, but I think I guess he has to draw a blue source to be able to cast whir and Bottle Cloister next turn.
No, he does have Cryptic. I did say Cryptic in there.
Oh, okay.
Well,
I mean, 180 is not too bad. What's up, DZ is lazy.
what happened round 1? Round 1, we had Is It Phoenix versus Bant Spirits, and the Phoenix got there.
Yeah, Thing in the Ice Beats or Thing in the Ice Abyss was good enough.
Yeah. Thing in the ice bouncing all the creatures and then picking them off one at a time when it attacks for lethal. Yeah, Paul, I mean, the Mox diamonds are expensive, but I was thinking more of the Tabernacle that you're going to have to get. That one's pretty expensive. Diamonds are actually closer to 180 than you think. They went up to 300 for a while, and they're back down. That card's been fluctuating quite a bit.
I'll say, I'm not exactly sure how much they are, but I'm almost positive you can find a set of them for 180 apiece.
Yeah,
they're not going to look pretty. I'll say they're probably not going to look pretty.
They're 275 now? Okay. Yeah, I haven't looked at them in a while, but last time I looked at their price, they were closer to like 2.
Wonder if David realized he's on the cast my creatures plan. Because, I mean, he just cycled a stripe thing.
Yeah, it looks like they're 200 on TCG play right now, and you can get a bunch of them for like 175, 140. So yeah, 180 is not too inaccurate.
Teddy, you have to look into Italian ones.
Yeah, Tabernacle's gonna be rough.
Say, if you get an Italian Tabernacle, I'm sure you can find that one around like
Maybe $1,000 or so. I have no idea
I'll
what an
say,
Italian Tabernacle's worth.
like an HP Italian Tabernacle, probably $1,000.
The one that has like a chunk bitten out of it.
I've got a plan to get a Tabernacle when the time comes.
Paul, don't rob us.
I mean,
Paul, it's not worth it.
We don't have Tabernacle anymore. We're going to cast Whir for X equals 3. So what I really want to see out of David here is an Abrade on the Chalice, since he decided to tap Welding Jar. Or does Welding Jar not have the tap clause?
I don't actually know.
It might not. As I'm looking at it, and I don't see a tap symbol. So it actually might not have the tap clause.
Yeah, it might just be sacrifice.
Teddy, we had 2 Tabernacles for a while, and then like we had them for like a year and a half, and they both sold in like a month. So,
Jeez.
yeah, which is kind of weird.
Sounds
Ours
like
were like
HP what he wants.
say ours were like minty though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're gonna put this thing into play. David's not gonna be able to win anymore.
Teddy, we just had to tell Paul to make sure not to rob us, and then you're letting him know that you have one. Sounds like he's coming after it.
Perfect. Hey Teddy, speaking of which, I think we just picked up some LP Badlands. So if you want to look on our website, we should have those on there. When you come down for Cincy next month, you'll be able to trade in. I think we picked up like 7 or 8 of them, so we should have them still.
Jeez. It's quite a bit of them.
Yeah. That was a pretty nice collection. Mono Red Phoenix deck? Mono Red's pretty good. It's more explosive than the Blue Red one. The Blue Red's more consistent, but the Mono Red one definitely has some nutty draws.
That's what he said. I agree. You already own Badlands. Sounds like you could own some more Badlands.
Well, I remember you were asking about them a while ago, so I don't keep up on these things. Plan of, quotes, totally not going to steal a Tabernacle has been put into motion.
Hey, as long as you're not going to steal it. He said he's not going to steal it.
Totally not going to steal it. Not just, like, totally, dude.
So we're going to see David Lightning Axe Eric yet?
Yeah, okay. Lightning Axe. Lightning Axe what?
I meant Lava Axe with the Electro Dominance. You could just 5 them.
Oh, okay. I was like, Lightning Axe doesn't do anything. There's no creatures. Eric has to figure out some cards here.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
He's calling for a judge.
Well, while we're doing that, I can remind everybody we've got some giveaways going on. Tonight we have a Mirari's Wake from Judgment. And then at the end of the month, we've got a playset of Rishodon boards and a foil Mana Vault if we get up to that 60 subscriber count. So anybody that's thinking about subbing, gives you a little incentive to it. The giveaway goes out to anybody that is a sub or becomes a sub.
Do it.
And Paul owns a baseball bat, so if anybody's looking to play some baseball, Paul's looking for people with a baseball. Pretty sure that's what I'm getting out of that.
Bat meets ball. Perfect game. Does anyone have a mitt? Or is it just barehanding it? I've never really played baseball. I'd imagine that you need a mitt.
I don't really think you should throw a mitt and hit it with a baseball bat. It doesn't seem like it goes far as the ball.
That's fair. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, you should probably not actually use mitts or gloves or.
Stake Jones, we have Modern on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Friday.
It's a lot of Modern. People love it here in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like Ravenous Dogs?
Only Ravenous Chupacabras.
Isn't Ravenous Dogs a magic card? Isn't it like a really bad magic card?
Maybe. Up to Stake Jones, we typically have somewhere between 15 and 40. I think tonight we have around 18 or so.
Not an MTG card. Sad.
Yeah, we get a pretty consistent crowd for Modern here.
Yep. And Friday we'll end up with like, I want to say close to like 80 to 100 people in store playing various forms of Magic the Gathering.
Modern is the most accessible best format.
Modern is the diverse format. Most diverse format.
I enjoy playing Legacy more than Modern, but Legacy is a little bit too hard for most people to play because of the price that goes into it. If only they were to get rid of their reserve list.
Nice.
Then everybody could play Legacy.
Burn spelling them.
Yeah, you just need to draw 3 more of those.
I mean, it's a game plan. If he mills him over 1, that's the game, right? Wes, he gets more land drops.
Standard is pretty great right now. I'm still trying to figure out how to make Standard work, because apparently I couldn't do that this weekend. But Standard is pretty great.
I can't figure it out either. I've been playing Esper a lot on Arena, and I'm like 10-2 with it in matches. So.
Nice. Yeah, my current plan is to play Mono Blue. Just follow the Caleb Durrett train of thought. Pretty much whatever he plays.
All right,
I'll play and I'll do okay with.
Do you like this plan? We're going to put this Engineered on 3 and pop it.
It doesn't seem great.
Why?
Why don't you play it for 0?
Why would I want to play it on 0?
Because I get countered. Hey, thanks, Paul. Yeah, I started out the event 5-0. Then I lost to Ben Friedman and Harlan Fear. Those were my 2 winning ends that I lost. But it was close. There was one misplay I made against Ben that cost me the match. I tried to be a little bit greedy on a Glimpse turn and get a Wirewood Symbiote to continue drawing cards when I should have just got a Birchlaw Ranger to cast a Thoughtseize in my hand. But it's a little bit of a lesson to just play more cautiously, I guess, and not try to be greedy. Because, I mean, that's definitely what lost me that match, was just trying to be greedy and draw more cards. Where if I had just Thoughtseize, I would have taken the Toxic Deluge that I was pretty sure he had in his hand, and then I was very likely to win that game.
So, here's a question for you, Kyle.
Yeah.
What is the best 3 words in Magic the Gathering? Like, if you just print it on any card, it just makes it instantly better.
Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to say like the best 3-word phrase or the best, I guess, win the game?
Win the game? I mean, I guess that's fun, but I'd rather just draw a card.
Oh, yeah.
Just draw a card. That's all I want to do.
Right.
Look at me, drawing cards.
It's great when your Elvish Visionaries draw you 2 cards.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. Turn 2 Archdruid.
Why would you turn 2 Archdruid when you could turn 2 Natural Order, kill your opponent? I like that a little more.
Yeah.
I got to do that a couple times.
Idiot. Dig Dug knows what's up. God, you guys are savages. How about turn 1 Chandra plus into Chalice? It's a little more than 3 words, but yeah. I like that one.
Turn 1 Green Sun Zenith. That one's also pretty fun.
Draw 3 cards.
Why would you want to spend 1 mana to draw 3 cards when you could spend 1 mana to draw like 8 cards?
What card draws 8 cards for 1 mana?
Glimpse of Nature.
No, you're spending a lot more mana than 1.
Glimpse of Nature costs 1 mana.
Are you playing Cheerios? Are all your creatures 0 mana?
They are when you have Nettle Sentinels and Heritage Druids out.
No, you're still spending
Typically,
mana.
they're like negative mana.
No, you're still spending mana. Unless you're playing Cheerios. Where's the meme of Mr. Turner saying, "This is where I put my natural order if I had one."
Yeah, that's fair.
We got a 6/7.
Good old River Winder.
Spiky? Is it spiked or spined? Or
I think it's spined, but not sure.
I know it doesn't really matter. We're gonna cast this Chalice on 2.
How many cards does Erik have? Looks like
5.
4.
4. He had 5, but then he played land. All right, Engineered on 3.
All right, yeah, he's doing it.
He's probably gonna pop the whatever thing and keep his other stuff. I don't know why he's doing this though. I guess he could just play the welding jar, but
Oh, you mean sacrifice the welding jar on the explosives?
Yeah, I mean, he's got
Guess
another
that makes
welding jar in
sense.
his hand, too. I don't actually know why he's going to play that on 3. I think you should shoot for the full 5.
He's bored. I guess that's a fair point. He's like, just kill me already.
No, Eric's winning this.
And David does have the cryptic. So he can cryptic bouncy and snaring bridge once he's got a full enough board.
That's fair. So, question for you. If Eric... so if David bounces a card to Eric's hand while we're under Bottled Cloister, is that in his hand at that point or under Bottled Cloister?
Can we get Bottled Cloister pulled up on the screen?
Oh, well, there's another bridge, so that's gotten incredibly awkward.
He can't stop bounce the bridge? Oh, you're saying Eric can't?
Yeah,
Well,
so
I mean, second bridge helps that, but...
Wasn't something I'd consider, Benjamin
Alright.
buried.
Being of your upkeep...
Cards from...
Yeah, so that would be in his hand.
Weird. Nice.
That is pretty funny.
Hold on. Can we bring Bottle Cloister up one more time? At the beginning of your upkeep, return all cards you own exile the Bottle Cloister to your hand, then draw a card.
Yeah, so he would still keep it. So is he going for bounce counter?
I think he's on counter bounce, but that's not great because
Because then
sure
he just replays it.
he's gonna replay it. Which, if he has Remand or another Cryptic, he does have mana for another Cryptic if he has it in hand. That'd be very good for Eric, or not very bad for Eric.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta cast it. Well, I mean, right now is a pretty good time to pop that engineered explosives, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can just pop the welding jar that he has on the Crucible, then blow the engineered. I guess he's 1 mana short of also recasting this turn, so that's kind of awkward.
Yeah.
But let's say he's not going to die, right, from the attack.
Yeah, not unless he can answer the chalice and then living end.
So he's just recasting it. Yeah, and he
Oh,
can't cast
so-
the welding jars.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think I would have liked blowing up the As Foretold's there.
Well, I just don't know why David counterbounced if you...
I mean, I don't know, maybe he psychs Eric into thinking he hasn't cast it again.
Yeah, maybe.
Wet ball in the main. Nice.
So another thing that's pretty funny
Ooh.
that David could do is when Eric exiles all of his cards underneath the Bottled Cloister, he can bounce the Bottled Cloister, and then Eric would have to get rid of his hand.
Goober 1501 with the 11 months in a row. I like that guy.
Hey, Goober.
11
Thanks for
months in a
subbing.
row.
Who liked SUG Indy?
And he was pretty fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I had no idea what I was doing ever in my life, so I messed up all kinds of things.
I started out 1-3 and then grinded out the 6-3.
Nice, yeah. I was actually had a bye for that one, so I went 1-0, then 0-2, and then I won 3 in a row, and then I lost 2 in a row, and then I stopped playing the game. And then I played in the Classic and finished 5-4, so it was an exactly mediocre weekend for me.
Yeah, counterbouncing a chalice on 0 would also be good, so you can resolve this living end. It's not like you need anything.
I mean, it was Eric's turn, so he's just going to replay the...
Well, he can cast a living end off the As Foretold, right? Or does that not get around timing restrictions?
That doesn't get around timing restrictions.
I couldn't remember how As Foretold worked.
Tectonic Edge? Eric, I don't understand. Why aren't you just getting Academy Ruins or Ipni Rivulet at this point and trying to actually kill your opponent? You are drawing more cards than your opponent. You will lose this game. Which is why we've seen David not concede. Stone Rain, he's got 9 mana, or 10 mana out. Stone Rain's not like a realistic path to victory. Better than you? Unfortunate. How'd you end up doing, Goober? Yeah, and 2 As Foretold. Yeah, Stone Rain's not like a realistic path to victory here.
I just want David to draw all 4 Electro Dominants and then just burn Eric out. That's a very justice way for this game to end.
I'll say I'm excited for that to end now. I'll say, like, I like the prison deck, but Eric's giving me like a heart attack here.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think they're going to be able to finish a match with how long this game's gone.
Is there any way for the prison deck to pick up lands?
You can return them to their hand.
Yeah.
Uh,
What's he casting a chalice on? 4. Casting chalice for 4. I've
There
done
you
this
go.
before in my life.
shut off those cryptics.
So he's got a chalice on 0, 2, and 4. That's pretty good. Yeah. So Kyle got to watch me cast a chalice on 4 over the weekend because I was playing against Miracles, and his best way to kill me is Jace the Mind Sculptor.
Then you proceeded to draw Chandra.
Yeah, I'll say. Then I passed to him, and he proceeds to draw Snapcaster Disenchant. I'll say.
Snapcaster Mason
Yeah,
on his
he
deck.
had one Snapcaster left deck. He draws Snapcaster for his Disenchant, but that was like one turn after. That was like a full turn cycle, but like I played it on 4. It went to him. He didn't do anything. He passed back to me. I draw, and it's just Chandra. I look at it like I just want to cast this to get it out of my hand because I'm mad now.
Pretty
looks-
surprised to see David concede there. I mean, he definitely wasn't dead, but
I mean, Eric. I would have waited to see Eric pull out the Ipnu Revulet.
I would have told Eric, how are you winning the game? And then have him show me how he's winning the game.
Yeah, I'll say, I don't know, like, if he's planning on winning his Ipnu Rivulet, he needs to be able to do it before before he decks himself, right? He's drawing 2 cards a turn, so he is much less likely to win that game.
I agree. So I have no idea what we're going to see out of sideboards here. What is the prison deck sideboard? Anything relevant for here?
So I'm just gonna try and think of random artifacts that might do things for the graveyard. So we might see some relic opportunities come in. Those are gonna be pretty okay. I'll say
I did see a Tormod script in game 1.
there we go. Tormod script is main, so that one's pretty good.
Teddy,
Yeah.
aren't you having fun? Jester's Cap?
Teddy, you don't like prison? Jester's Cap? Yeah, I have seen that one come in out of the prison decks before. You know what that is?
No, I have no idea. I thought that was a joke.
Jester's Cap is a 4-mana artifact where you like pay 2 mana, or it's just like tap sacrifice. Look through your opponent's deck to exile 3 cards.
All right, sure.
4 mana, 2 tap sack. Yep, there you go.
Huh. All right.
Yeah, the only time I've had that cast against me is I was playing against Dakota Howell, I think his name is.
Yeah.
He was playing the blue-red prison deck, and he played that against me. And I had 1 draw step, and I drew Cryptic Command, and then he cracks the Jester's Cap to go get all my Cryptic Commands. And he's sitting there, he's like, 1, 2, because it was like the best card against him at the time. It was just like the one card he couldn't beat, so that's why he wanted to remove them all. And just like felt so defeated. It's like,
Really?
you had one turn.
Yeah, David didn't actually make Eric show him how he was going to win. He just conceded. But Eric doesn't really win. I mean, he can technically win a game.
I'll say, Paul, he does technically have those things, but he did not do them. Yeah, which is kind of, boring. Yeah. So DJ Jazzy Jeff, his win con would be to use Rip Univerlet, which is pay 2 blue, tap, sacrifice, target player mills 4, in combinations with Crucible to mill his opponent for 4 cards every turn. Or use Pyrite Spellbomb to do 2 damage to David every single turn, because David wouldn't be able to do anything to prevent it. But he did not have either Academy Ruins or Ipnu Rivulet to assemble that circle, essentially.
Yeah.
To assemble that lock, and before David conceded. David may have just conceded on time because there was nothing he could do to fix that game.
To come back and win, yeah.
Well, I guess technically he could have just drawn more Electro Dominance and burned him out. Because yeah.
Depends on if he's playing the full 4. If he was playing the full 4, then that was definitely an out, just to burn him out.
I would imagine you're playing the full 4, but
Same.
could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure he's also playing Wheel of Fate, so he could have let Eric get so low to where he was like just planning on putting back an artifact every turn to not deck, and then you could just Wheel of Fate to deck him.
I like this.
Well, he could.
Or we could see the Wheel of Fate, hit both of them.
Yeah, there is the
Draw the
Chalice on
game.
0 though, so
Yeah.
you'd have to. And he no longer had access to Cryptic.
Yeah, there's no Cryptic, there's no Chalice, there's no Remand. So all the spells were pretty much locked out from David. He could cast his 6-mana creatures. So you think David has like the Vithian Renegades or something?
Maybe.
That's a human, but
You're talking about Ingot Chewer?
yeah, Ingot Chewers.
Probably. I imagine. So.
Yeah, I'd imagine we
That
see
seems
some
pretty
Ingot
good.
Chewers.
Especially since that one's uncounterable.
Well,
Well, cycling it is uncounterable.
Jazzy Jeff, I agree with you. David should have hung in there a little bit longer to at least see one of those lands enter the battlefield.
No, there is a Jester's Cap in Eric's hand. I also agree with Paul that he probably just conceded it for quality of life. He's like, yeah, my sanity's not worth winning some random game on a Tuesday night. Which I
Kyle.
can agree with.
Aren't you the one that put the prison deck together in Legacy? Like, isn't this you? Didn't you think that would be fun originally? Isn't that like why it like existed?
It's fine to play, it just sucks to play against.
I mean, I agree. I've never really played against it.
Right.
Or the times I have,
It's
like,
been the mirror, and it's like, okay.
yeah, I win all the mirrors, except for the like mono red prison, not prison, mono red sneak attack. I can't win that one.
Yeah.
Sneak attack's unbeatable. Well, Gristlebrand's unbeatable. It's not fair when your opponent gets to draw 7 cards.
Yeah, comparatively.
I guess.
It actually plays
like-
cards that win the game, besides playing cards that incidentally loop to win the game.
Yeah. Looks like he has Tormod's Crypt on 1 here, so that's going to be pretty good. He's going to play Tormod's Crypt, then Chalice on 0.
Seems like the correct sequence. Trying to play around days.
Yeah, we didn't see any unfortunate sequencing like we did in the first round there.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to respond. He's going to try and Spell Pierce, which I agree with, but unfortunately Eric has it all, and he's just going to deploy yet another Chalice on 0.
Right. Is there like any kind of invasive surgery for artifacts?
I mean, there are just counter spells that say counter it and then exile all their copies of it.
Yeah, that's what invasive surgery does for
Sorceries.
sorceries.
Mm.
I had one of those cast against me. Well,
Nope.
it was in my opponent's hand, but it got thought seized.
Guess he did not have the Spell Pierce there. We're gonna cycle this guy.
Cycle.
Mhm.
Is that a Niv Mizzet?
That is a Niv Mizzet.
Interesting.
I do not think Eric can beat that Niv Mizzet. Here's the Rivulet. In Legacy, Bridge isn't as good against the meta, so you need a cheese out for those matchups.
No, I mean, the matchups where Bridge isn't good, like Trinisphere and Chalice are pretty good, but yeah, they don't actually like prevent your opponent from winning the game. They just slow them down, so
No, I'm
you
pretty
do actually need to.
So I'm pretty
kill
sure
with it.
those things actually prevent your opponent from winning the game. Can-Do'sville, baby doll.
You said it wrong.
No, I didn't. I've seen the show more than you.
I doubt it.
I'm excited for this new visit.
Yeah, I actually don't know how Eric can beat a Niv Mizzet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jester's Cap only hits deck, not cards in hand, so
Maybe we'll see like
EE can't make it to 6.
That's what I was
There's in
about to
6
say.
colors.
Does he have some way to proliferate it?
Proliferate? No, I don't think so. I'm trying
Maybe
to
if
think
he
of
has
cards.
2 engineered explosives on 3, you can pop them both at the same time.
That just blows up 3 drops twice.
Oh, shucks.
Yeah, it's not one of those stacking effects, unfortunately.
What if you hold priority?
Maybe if you cast Polymorphization and you put the 2 engineered explosives together to make it up to 6.
There you go.
So it's super engineered explosives. Ever see a Crater Hoof kill through a bridge? No. I've never seen a Crater Hoof kill through a bridge.
No, can't say I have.
I have seen a Reclamation Sage blow up a bridge and then a Crater Hoof kill me.
Yeah, like I've definitely Crater Hoof people in games where they had bridge, but never
With
was
the
with
bridge
that
still
on
out. I'm not sure how you put that many cards in your opponent's hand.
I mean, maybe if this is some kind of like Crater Hoof Umezawa's Jite deck where you're like Crater Hoofing and shrinking your Crater Hoof.
I've definitely died to that. Not Crater Hoof, Jite, but Brightling.
Yeah. Shrink my Brightling, get on under, and then grow it again.
Mm-hmm.
Ben, you can't leave us hanging. We gotta know how this Crater Hoof got through the bridge. We gotta know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We're gonna pass. We're just gonna go for the full 6 turns.
Yeah.
Ooh. Did you see that?
No,
That win condition? Tezzeret the Seeker.
Yeah.
Just gonna 20 David. Or more than 20 at this point. Was it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30? No, he can't. Never mind.
Find a way to get rid of that.
Yeah. It's unfortunate. The Snaring Bridge, like the other artifacts where you have to tap them down. You just tap it, it works then.
Alright, I don't think the Ensnaring Bridge does it like that.
Rip me. Okay. Should probably have the other Tezzeret in his deck. The blue-black one instead of the blue one.
Right.
I mean, the Demonic Tutor, or I guess Tinker, is kind of what it is. Isn't, like, bad. So, it does look like Eric's going to be able to start looping a win condition here, though. Because he did draw... what is it? Court of Calling is an instant? Okay.
Alright, I like it.
I don't get it.
Well, he attacked with all of his other creatures, and then after they've attacked, he Crater Hoofs.
Got it. But Crater Hoof didn't attack, it's the other ones.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying.
I'm also used to playing Crater Hoof in Legacy, where you don't have Court of Calling, you have Glimpse, or not Glimpse, Green Sun Zenith.
Yeah, I would say. I was in the world of Legacy. I would say in Modern, I can see that. I can see that world.
I've had an instant speed 2-mana Crater Hoof in Modern.
2-mana Crater Hoof?
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Just activate your Aether Vial.
Yeah. Aether Vial does everything. You can only get 3 of them, I think. You might be able to get 4. I don't remember.
I think it's only 3.
Can we bring up Jester's Cap again?
Never thought I would be hearing this.
You can't just sort his deck.
Thankfully, the Niv Mizzet is in the hand, not in the deck.
3. 2 Echoing Truce and a Cryptic. Yeah, thankfully Niv made it to there.
Well, in 2 turns, this Niv's going to come down off this As Foretold.
Just 1 turn if he draws a land, right?
Yeah.
He's going to go for...
I mean, I guess Witchbane Orb will let him get out of Niv Mizzet if he has a Witchbane Orb.
Yep. So we've assembled a lock.
Yeah, I've also killed with a Noble Hierarch and Snaring Bridge.
DZ, he wasn't sorting like his entire deck, but it did look like he started to. I'm not actually sure if you can call a judge on that. I mean, you can call for slow play.
Yeah.
Because that would definitely take some time off the clock.
Not sure on the rulings of that. Here's more of just trying to see how many of each copy of a card was in his opponent's deck, but
Rip.
with him doing it in a reasonable manner, I believe it's legal.
The Island Guildgate. I've killed people with Noble Hierarch through Bridge before. Yeah, Bridge isn't an absolute lock, but
Yeah,
I've also killed people with Birds of Paradise through Bridge.
I'm not 100% sure if Erik has Witchbane Orb in his deck. I'd imagine so. So if he sees this Niv Mizzet next turn, he's going to be able to use this Tezzeret to go get a Witchbane Orb.
I would imagine that you have it because of... I'm assuming he's using this Tez to go get Crucible. So you can start taking 7 cards out of David's deck a turn.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that is also a way to race a Niv-Mizzet, right?
I'll say, yeah, Walking Ballista was my new tech for Red Prison and Legacy this week. Yeah. Well, that's kind of an answer to it, right? Say he has to 4 pings.
What's that?
The Spellskite. What happened to Spellskite? What did he?
He is doing it in response to the activation.
Oh, okay. I was like, well, what happened to the Spellskite? I missed something.
I guess Spellskite's also would beat Niv.
It kind of beats Niv, right?
Yeah.
Untap, this one, 3. He did that a lot of order, but it's whatever.
You knew what he was trying to do.
Yep. We're gonna play Niv-Mizzet. We're gonna go.
What is this?
Hold on. I'm playing cards you have to read. Well, this isn't fair. Now I have to read this one.
I'm going to cast this Ancestral Visions. Draw a card.
Okay, so I'm liking through not Thought Scours and Mission Briefings in David's deck. Because Mission Briefing, you also can cast the 0 mana spells.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's
No,
only if
can
you
you?
as foretold.
Yeah.
Only if you have the as foretold.
Yeah,
out.
so you can't just cast them.
Yeah. Put the Jester's thing back on top. Niv-Mizzet is instant and sorcery, or is it non-creature spell?
Instant and sorcery.
Yeah, Eric's like, I'm gonna have to remember this Inventor's Fair trigger. And we're gonna Electro Dominance you for 4. It looks like.
David, don't forget your trigger.
I think he's announced the trigger, but we'll find out. Yeah, he said Niv trigger. There we go. He just took the 4 because he doesn't want his Spellskite to die, and we're gonna deal another 1 because Niv.
Surprised he didn't target the Spellskite.
Yeah, I think I would have targeted the Spellskite. He also opted to not put anything into play for free. So that either bodes well or poorly for Eric there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Niv is really good with the Cyclers. Now I see it.
Yeah.
Those are some Ancestral Visions. I like this.
Yeah, they redraw 1 card.
I mean, it's fine. I understand, it could be better, but Eric could forget his Chalice triggers.
Yeah, there's definitely a possibility.
And they're guaranteeing you at least 1 card. See, what I think... yeah, so the unfortunate part here is Eric's going to just leave open blue mana forever now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, had that 4 damage gone to Spellskite, not to Eric. Definitely see a world. Well, no, because then he just gets Spellskite back.
I mean, David does have another Electro Dominance in hand. Does he have another? Well, I mean, he's got Academy Ruins, right? So Spellskite's not really Electro Dominance isn't really an answer to Spellskite.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So if he end of turn Electro Dominances, untap and cycles a bunch,
he may actually be able to get there.
You need to cycle a lot, but
I mean, world that we have to live in. He's just taking it, which is smart.
so it is a cast trigger on Niv. So you're supposed to do that before the spell resolves.
Okay. Eric's down to 9. Jester's Cap resolves. We're going to go through and get these Abrades. And I think you're just getting... Honestly, I'm kind of going after draw spells and Electro Dominance right now. Because I think that's the way Eric loses this game.
Well,
I guess there is...
Spellskite out.
Yeah, no, I mean... Cryptic, Abrade.
I agree with this. Just going after the things to do something.
Mm-hmm.
And then now I don't know how David wins.
There's no electro dominance, so he's going to take the electro dominance out. I feel like these numbers on the As for Tolls are irrelevant at this point.
I mean, he could cast a Striped Wyvern around it, right?
I
That
think
thing
he-
costs 7.
I think he's already past the point where that matters.
Right.
Hopefully David doesn't think that just because a Chalice is out doesn't mean he can't cast spells.
Right.
It means he can't cast spells.
Nope.
Nope. Trigger. Okay, we'll trigger Niv. Sure. We'll draw. We'll deal you one. He's like, yeah, I'll take it. Cast. As told. Trigger this thing. Yeah, Niv, yeah. You go to 7.
Alright. So how does David get out of this?
He's going to have to draw a lot of cyclers.
But even then, the spell skid should be able to stop it.
Well, not right now, because it's still 1 damage, I think, per... Oh no, I saw the Witchbane Orb in his sideboard. Yep. I would say, I don't think Erik was planning on Niv, but I mean, I would have kept it in because of Electro Dominance.
Yeah. So, I mean, if David is able to steal this game somehow, I don't think they're going to be able to finish the match.
No.
I don't actually know if they're going to be able to finish this game, to be honest.
Say, if... I feel like there should be a way for... I think Erik can finish the game.
He missed his Chalice trigger.
Yeah. I think David was kind enough to remind him of it. There's the Chalice again. We'll draw. Going to 6. Yeah.
Nice guy David over here.
I mean, yeah, Erik also didn't leave any blue mana open.
Right.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just going after anything that draws a card. Yeah, so if, I think David, like, I want to say, like, it's impossible for David to, like, win, but at the same time, like, if Erik just keeps tapping all of his blue sources, I feel like
yeah,
he could
David
steal
just
this game. Like, that's what, 3-4 living ends in his hand?
You can't choose not to counter with Chalice, right?
No,
not
it's
a May.
cheating. It's cheating if you just say you can't counter it.
Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was a May or not.
So that's 2.
Yeah, looks
that's
like David
3
very well
damage.
could be winning here.
4 damage. No, he doesn't have a Chalice on 2. He can just actually cast a Braid there.
No, I grabbed, this was my first pile. Yeah. And this was my second pile. Oh. Yeah, I don't want in there. So for stuff.
So
That on the stack, because it's also on the stack.
I think David just got this game.
Yeah.
Still on the stack.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to be going to a game 3 here.
Oh no, he's switching. No, you can't switch the target. He's at 2. Yeah, Erik died.
Jeez. All right.
There you
Did not
go.
think David was going to be able to get that game, but Niv Mizzet, really powerful against a deck that can't ever answer it.
So Eric's gonna have to probably bring in that Witchbane Orb is what I think he just went and grabbed.
Right, yeah, but I don't know.
I doubt they'll be able to finish his last game.
Yeah, I wonder if they're still going to try to play the game 3.
I imagine they can attempt to.
Yep. Teddy, so whenever you want to beat Grixis Whir, you just got to play Niv Mizzet. You can cast that in Grixis Shadow, right?
Spread the word. Niv-Mizzet is the new way. Teddy, what was so boring about that? You have to see Niv-Mizzet do 1 damage a lot, and then Erik just never sit behind. Like, Erik just try to win the game as slowly as possible.
Yeah, I didn't see Ingature. I think it might just be a braid.
Thoughtseize, stub, angler equals win. Yeah, but what if like they interact with you, Teddy? Isn't Karenus better?
Well,
I
Karenus
mean,
doesn't really work with all the cyclers the way that Niv-Mizzet does.
Yeah.
So, Teddy, what if they have a chalice on one before you have those things?
You want me to play Niv and Jeskai?
It seems sweet.
It could be sweet, but Path to Exile exists in that format.
This is the same format.
Uh-huh. I want you to understand.
So it's fine for David to do it, but not fine for you to do it?
Yes.
Okay.
David is braver than I.
It's a sideboard card for the non-Path Exile decks. Duh.
Or you could just, like, you know,
Gosh.
use any other card.
I've never cast a Path to Exile in Modern.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, I've played Absent before. I haven't cast a Path to Exile in Modern in, like, over a year.
I do believe you.
I bet that'll resolve.
And there's that Jester's Cap.
It still baffles me that this is a card.
13, 12, 11. So, I mean, you take 5.
That
Why
was an aggressive use.
Why would you Echoing Truth that one? I'd bounce that. I'd bounce that chalice. All right. All right. Well, we're on turn 0 right now. So it's David's turn on turn 0, right?
Yeah, so if David had bounced the chalice, he could have potentially cast a Living End here, and then maybe actually won the game of turns.
Yeah.
I see that he has a Living End in his hand, but I don't know if he has a way to cast it.
I've definitely seen Path to Exile in Legacy. I actually think Path to Exile is the stronger card in Legacy than Swords, like most of the time.
Yeah, it really just depends on the matchup. Like against Shadow, Swords is like much better, but against like Grixis Delver, a deck that doesn't really have basics.
Sure, that's what I'm
like,
saying. Is like the average time you're gonna play against a deck that has 1 or 2 basics.
Yeah.
So
I mean, imagine pathing like elves. You can't just give them a mana for their mana dork.
You're right. You're right. Like that's fine, but you also don't really want to path a mana dork. You don't really like. I guess you're more.
Want a Swords a mana dork.
I say yeah, you're more okay with swordsing as mana dork, but I don't know. Like, I can agree. It depends on the matchup for sure. This is turn 3, right?
Turn 2 or turn 3, yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe I was a little hasty on that. That's a Tezzeret, though. I mean, that's
There are definitely matchups where I think that Path is better than Swords. Like against Grixis Delver, Path is much better.
They're on turn 2. He was already at 60 life. It took the Batter Skull enough time to kill him as is. Justin Niv is uncounterable. I think what they really want to see is just me casting Nimzet versus humans. And they just start casting like Ops and Lightning Bolts and all these other things.
So I can Phantasma much and copy it?
Sure. And then I just target it with my Nimzet really quick and it dies. You get 1 trigger and then I get 100 more.
It's uncounterable though.
That must beat so many Jeskai and blue-white decks. I mean, probably, but...
I mean, when they brought out all the removal spells, yeah. I mean, like you leave in like 2 or 3 paths.
I leave in all 4 paths.
Niv versus Owls makes me feel uncomfortable. I mean, I would hope that your opponent is dead by the time they get to cast Niv.
Dig Dug with the subscription for the 4 months in a row. I like you, Dig Dug. You a good guy. Honestly, I'm pretty sure David wins this game if it goes longer.
Where's all my stuff?
Yeah, so like if he goes for
Okay.
uh
Last turn to kill you? Yep, last turn to kill me. 18 life. I helped you out.
his hand's really awkward though.
I mean, I don't think anything that anybody does matters.
Yeah. So they just drew it up.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that was definitely the last match of this round. So, I'd like to remind everybody that we got some giveaways tonight. We got this Marauri's Wake that we're giving away at the end of the night. Everybody enter your points to get that. 25 points per ticket for that. And then at the end of the month, we got these Richardon ports
I can't see him, regardless.
and this foil mana vault.
Please help us get to 60 so we can give away that full mana vault. I'm tired of looking at it. I don't wanna try and own it anymore. It needs to go away.
What he said. But all right, guys, we'll be back for the pairings for the next round here in a moment. See you then.